A couple weeks ago, the account BlueberryGG got into a bit of a pickle as many people accused them of using AI to create their builds, since in this one, many things just didn't make sense, like how it involved using Getaway Artist, but at the start required Osmiomancy gloves, or how the stats were Song of Flame, Arcane Needle, and Storm Grenade. Now, there are endless Destiny 2 builds on YouTube, but why would I listen to a person when AI is the future?
Bro, I'm out here ring y'all leaving me on read? That's kind of sus and GL.
So, in this video, I'll be attempting to use an AI-created build to solo flawless a dungeon, and I only get 3 attempts. The dungeon I chose was Prophecy, since it'll be getting its contest changes when Red of the 9 releases, and it's probably the most enjoyable to solo flawless. But before even getting into the dungeon, I needed to actually get the build first, and that was the problem. AI might be the future, but it doesn't know anything about Destiny 2. For maybe 10 minutes, it tried telling me to use a different exotic armor for each slot. You cannot do that. How am I even supposed to get Lordly Splendor on my chest? And Stompy's on my gauntlets? What is it talking about? This thing is stuck in year 1. It still thinks snipers still go in the heavy slot, and I had to keep telling it that it is so outdated and wrong that it needed to fix it. How is Succession going to be a power weapon, but also a primary kinetic hand cannon? What? Even after telling it everything was wrong, it still just gave it in a different way. Now it told me Vesper Radius was going on my helmet, and Transversive Steps or Stompies on my gauntlets. After messing around with it for a couple minutes, it eventually gave me the worst thing I've possibly ever seen. It told me to put Contingency Plan on my chest armor. That is a purple scout rifle. After telling me to use the electrocution aspect and void fragments on a arc subclass, I almost gave up, but I eventually somehow got it to give me something usable. What I got was a Arc Warlock build with Falling Sunstar, with the actual usable weapons, with it being Rufus's Fury, Delicate Tomb, and Wendigo. And I went ahead, went back into Destiny 2, made the build, and we were ready to start. After unlocking the subclasses I was literally using, it was time for the entrance to be done. But not much really happened, so I'm gonna skip that for you. There you go. Starting first encounter, I was pretty surprised how well Delicate Tomb was doing. With the artifact mod, it was low-key frying throughout the whole thing. But once I got my dark motes, I missed the double dunk and went back for more. I did end up, however, getting the double dunk when I was doing the light motes, and it was time for damage. I want to do this without any other loadout since they weren't given to me, so nothing about my loadout is changed at all throughout the video. And after a damage phase that looked like a 3 phase, it was time to go again. If I was just on Geomags, it would have been a 2 phase. I actually couldn't believe it. Was attempt 1 really going to be wasted on falling off the map? It wasn't. I stayed up, and I did the second damage phase.
And I rode the Hasselhoff, and I brought the crown back!
Alright, we get the point.
But after 3 terrible phases, Phalanx Echo was down, and it was time to go to the Wastelands. Nothing very eventful happened besides me almost dying again while trying to change some settings, but I moved on, made my way to the last set of the Blights, destroyed the last one, went over, touched Toland, and moved on to the next encounter.
The cube.
The worst part of Hexahedron was just the snipers. Nothing else really gave me any problems aside from just a few moments, so it was a breeze getting through here. Amplified is just so good now because of its damage resist. Now that the cube was done, that was 2/3 of the dungeon done on the first try. Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Dum 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 ass, dum 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 ass, dum 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 dum.
I wish I was recording my audio for this. I was stunned that I just died like that. But since I died, it's not flawless. And that means it's time for Attempt 2 just started like Attempt 1, but ended nothing like it. And by that, I mean I got launched off the map right at the start, which means it's on 2. Attempt 3 went like this. I started Phalanx Echo, dunked a few times, killed Phalanx Echo, dropped into the wasteland, touched Toland, started the cube encounter, ended the cube encounter, and now we're back. I was not going to have what happened on Attempt 1 happen again, especially on the third attempt, so I went down as nice as I could down the normal way. I hadn't done Kel Echo in a while and was worried I'd make a mistake during damage, and with this being the final attempt, I was not letting that happen. After the first phase that almost killed me, it was looking like a pretty good 3 phase, if I got enough ammo. I actually farmed for ammo so long and I got nothing, so I had to go into second damage with no heavy ammo. After this, one more phase was all I needed. After ammo farming for just a couple more minutes, I was blessed with a single heavy brick for 7 ammo. And it was now time for the final phase. In 3 attempts and 37 minutes, I solo Flawless Prophecy with a build completely made up by AI. If you enjoyed this video and want me to put a purple scout rifle on my chest piece, go ahead and like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.